Welcome back, and on a really cool suggestion of one of my viewers, here is my top 10 best RPGs of all freaking time. I do have to mention two little things though, is that one actually played on the PlayStation 1 and on the PlayStation 2. I didn't have that much money, I was of course really little, so most of the games I played was because my dad bought them, or once in a while I could actually play a game. Also, I didn't even knew what the hell Japanese RPGs actually were. Also, this is my point of view, my top 10. Definitely leave in the comments below what is your top 10 or top 5 or top 3 your best RPG of all time. It doesn't have to be RPG from Japan, you can also include like Skyrim or whatever. With that being said, let's start off with number 10, and that is White Knight Chronicles, the International Edition. And the things I really like about this game was the battle system. Yes, I like the battle system. It definitely has its flaws, but I just liked it a lot. I was really bored of all the turn-based battle systems. This is a lot faster. I like the soundtrack. The storyline was meh. The characters were utterly uninteresting, uninspiring. The world itself was interesting though. And I played this game the most online. Online was fantastic. It reminds me of Monster Hunter, and that is a good thing since I love Monster Hunter. Definitely try it out at number 10, White Knight Chronicles. Also, if you want to try it out, buy White Knight Chronicles 2, since it has White Knight Chronicles 1 on the same disc. On number 9 we actually have a funny one, and that is Kingdom Hearts. When I played it, I loved Kingdom Hearts. I like the storyline, I like the Final Fantasy characters, since I was a huge fan of Final Fantasy. It was like the holy grail of gaming. Graphically it looked really freaking cool. The soundtrack was pretty cool. The battle system was really fast, was really fluid, but I don't like Disney. Since I was a little kid up until now, I just don't like Disney. I don't know why. So actually, when I was a little bit older and Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, I just couldn't get into the game. But definitely, if you don't care about Disney, definitely try out Kingdom Hearts and put this a little bit higher on the spot. On number 8 we have Grandia II, and holy shit, graphically this game was, you know, okay. Even when I was young I didn't care about graphics, even though I of course do like good graphics. The soundtrack, in my view, was absolutely amazing. The characters and the storyline was really interesting, but the battle system was, oh my freaking god. I loved the battle system, I still love the battle system, and I still think that the battle system in this game is one of the best ever. The only big issue actually I had with this game is that you couldn't backtrack to all the other towns you visited or all the other dungeons you got through. That's kind of weird why that is an issue, but that was the biggest issue I had at the time. Grandia 2 and also Grandia 1 is absolutely amazing, and I'm such annoyed that Grandia 3 never came out here in Europe. On number 7 we have Dark Chronicle or Dark Cloud 2 in the United States. It had cel-shaded graphics where the characters and the enemies were absolutely beautiful to look at, but the world is kind of bland. Except for the first city, the dungeons are randomized, but they are bland looking, they're kind of ugly looking compared to the amazing cel-shaded graphics. The storyline was quite interesting, the characters are interesting, but the biggest and the most awesome thing in this is there was so much content. You actually had to create the entire world yourself. And you have to grind in the dungeons to get materials, to make new blocks, new houses. You could decorate your houses, you could put things on your houses. And I tried to make like castles, and there was such a lot of customization for trying to build your dream city, I guess. And with the characters it's even more, like there are so many different type of weapons and armors. Definitely at the time, it was like there was an infinite amount of weapons and armors. You could just upgrade it and keep upgrading and keep upgrading, and I never got the best weapon in the game. Dark Chronicle is a really simple to play game. Everything is simple about it, but it's really freaking cool. It's a really cute, really cool RPG. Definitely try it out, Dark Chronicle. On number 6 we have my first tactical RPG I ever played. this Gaia Hour of Darkness, and oh my god, this is definitely, and this is by the way the entire franchise since I love them all, but the first one is my most favorite. I love Laharl. There's so much content in this game, so many different characters, and all the main characters are freaking likable. The storyline is wacky, it is out of this world, it's hilarious, it's such a lot of fun to play through the entire story. There's also an upgraded version for the PSP with even more storyline and more characters. You could upgrade almost everything. You could level up your character to level 999 or 9999. You could level up your weapons and armor to level 100. There are so many freaking armors. I never got the best one, not even close to the best one. I think I started like level 300 and so so holy shit. There's a shitload of content in this Gaia and it's such a cool game. Definitely try it out. On number 5 we have Breath of Fire 3. It's a game my dad bought and I'm so happy he did. I remember there was a debacle like, you know, Breath of Fire versus Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII won, but when the storyline of Final Fantasy VII stopped, Breath of Fire just kept going and going and going. I never completed the game, I don't remember that much about it anymore, but I do know that I was absolutely interested in the storyline. It really felt that I was into that world. I loved all the main characters and there were really cool side characters. There was such a lot of mini games you could go through. There was such a lot of towns and hidden dungeons, hidden towns, a fairy world. One of the coolest things in my opinion was that you could actually grind or search for crystals since your main character could transform into a dragon. And you could customize your crystals so that it transforms into a different dragon and you're really trying to find what is the best dragon in the game, what is the ultimate dragon in the game. And I never did it. My brother actually did, but I never did it. And I also really like that you start out the game as a little kid and you actually see the character grow up to be a mature guy. And I don't remember any other RPG that I ever played having that system. I loved Breath of Fire 3 and maybe I actually should try and play it again. It's also ported to the PSP. On number 4 we have Persona 4, kind of funny. Persona 4 is one of the last PlayStation 2 games that came out. I think it was the last RPG that came out and it's one of the best RPGs that came out. From the absolutely interesting storyline, interesting main characters, interesting side characters. It was such a lot of fun to level up your characters, go to explore, you know, the world, explore the new dungeons, trying to find the best persona in the world. You could level up all the personas, you can transmorph your personas, making another persona kind of Pokemon style, yes, Pokemon style. The storyline is so wacky, the game is so wacky, it's weird, it's different. And from all the battle system types and all the storyline, there was this like a sim where you could date girls and you could actually have to do your day-to-day life. That was really cool too. There is an upgraded version on the PlayStation Vita called Persona 4 The Golden that adds a shit ton of extra content. So if you want to play Persona 4, definitely I should suggest playing it on the Vita, or if you don't have a Vita, then just buy Persona 4. Persona 4 is one of the best RPGs I have ever played and it's definitely right on the spot on number 4. On number 3 we have the amazing Ys franchise and here I have the premium edition for Ys 7, my most favorite one in the franchise. This is a really simple, like everything in the Ys series is simple. Simple combat, simple puzzles, simple storyline, but it is all done so freaking well that it makes up for an amazing franchise. And the Ys 7 is one of the best I've played. It's exclusive at this moment for the PSP. It plays fast, it plays fluid. The soundtrack is always incredible, absolutely incredible. And I can't freaking wait to play the new Ys game on the PlayStation 4 and on the Vita. The Ys franchise is a must-have for every fan of the genre. And if you like don't like tactical or or turn-based RPGs. This is an action RPG, so definitely try it out. On number 2 we have the Tales of franchise. Even though I only played Tales of Eternity, Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Graces and Tales of Xillia right now, it just sprung up to even compete against Final Fantasy, since Final Fantasy suck at this moment. Definitely suck. Tales of Xillia is by far the best PlayStation 3 RPG I have played. It is incredible. Tales of Symphonia, it's such a lot of fun. The battle system is fast, it's tactical, it's really easy to play but hard to master. There's such a lot of content, there's a lot of side quests you can do, the storyline is really interesting, and all these side storylines are actually for the big storyline itself, so that's really cool too. The characters are interesting, and just everything about the Tales of franchise is freaking really cool. I do hear though is that the Tales of Symphonia 2 Dawn of the New World kinda sucks, and that's why I didn't play it. But yeah, the Tales of franchise and Tales of Xillia at the moment is freaking amazing. On number 1, what the hell did you expect? The Final Fantasy franchise. Of course, Final Fantasy 7 is my most favorite one, and I'm talking about Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy up until Final Fantasy 10. 12 kinda was meh, and everything that came after 12 was absolutely garbage. But Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, they were freakingly amazing. Final Fantasy 7 is one of the first games I played on the PlayStation 1. One of the first RPG I ever played, and actually when I started playing it I was like, what the hell is this? I just couldn't figure it out what the hell I should do. I was really freaking young, so I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I actually looked my dad playing it, and that is how I learned playing Final Fantasy. And holy shit, the storyline is incredible, the characters are likable, they're amazing. Cloud is badass, Sephiroth is freakingly badass. I loved that you actually had to do side stuff to get like Yuffie and to get Vincent, and Vincent was freakingly badass. Every character in this game is badass. The storyline is badass. I love the city of Midgar. I freaking love the city of Midgar. I love Shinra, even though they're badass, but I still love Shinra. The world is so freaking cool. I love that at the end of the game you could fight against all those weapons, and some of them I defeated, some of them I never defeated. I never defeated the weapon in the desert and the weapon underground. I know you could get like Knights of the Round, but that's cheating. I mean, I want to kill them just with level 99. And I loved going to the Golden Saucer and play all those mini games. They were freaking amazing. The submarine mini game was my most favorite. I loved it. I played it like maybe 200 times. I completed this game around 12 to 13 times. I'm actually at the moment playing it on my PSP, and I'm not only on Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 8 is definitely a little bit meh. I played it only 2 times, but I still loved Final Fantasy 8. Final Fantasy 9 is absolutely incredible, and it's the only Final Fantasy game I actually still need to buy on the PlayStation Network. And number 1, rightly deserved, the Final Fantasy franchise and Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 10 is also really cool, a little bit different than the PlayStation 1 versions, but still really cool after all the other garbage game that came after it. Holy shit. So yeah, this is my top 10 best RPGs of all time. Like I said, leave in the comments below what are your top 10 RPGs of all time. Here you can see my recently made video. Below that you'll see a totally random video, and here is a button to subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you like, share, and like always, I will see you next time.